Who was America's first anti-slavery president? Many would say Abraham Lincoln. But what if I told you it was actually John Quincy Adams? Well, not technically a president, but as the son of President John Adams, the second president of the United States, he was in a unique position to end slavery once and for all. You see, his father was one of the founding fathers and a signer of the Declaration of Independence. And young John Quincy grew up hearing about the great principles of liberty and equality upon which this nation was built, and he took those principles to heart. In fact, when he was just 14 years old, he wrote a sensationalist pamphlet denouncing slavery and calling for its immediate abolition. And he was so passionate about the cause that when he became an attorney, he took on the largest slaveholders in the South and won. In fact, when a group of slaves sued their owner for their freedom, the case went all the way to the Supreme Court, and it was John Quincy Adams who argued before the court that all men are created equal and that no one has the right to own another human being. However, despite winning the case and freeing the slaves, Adams didn't stop there. He went on to serve in Congress, where he consistently voted to restrict slavery and even blocked the admission of new slave states into the Union. In fact, when Texas wanted to join the United States as a slave state, Adams led the opposition and helped keep it out for years. This infuriated the Southerners who felt that he was a threat to their way of life. In fact, when Adams became president, the Missouri Compromise was reached, which admitted Maine as a free state and Missouri as a slave state. However, Adams still opposed slavery and supported the efforts of abolitionists. In fact, he was a strong supporter of the Underground Railroad and worked to help slaves escape to freedom in Canada. So although John Quincy Adams was not technically the first president to abolish slavery, he was the first president to consistently oppose it and work to end it. And his efforts paved the way for Abraham Lincoln, who was able to end slavery once and for all. So remember John Quincy Adams, the man who could have ended slavery before Lincoln, but didn't. Hey, thanks for watching. I'm the host. If you want to learn more about the history of slavery in the United States, check out my channel.